Look, the barber industry is not what you think it is. In this video, we break down the 6 lies I wish I knew about the barber industry in my early 20s. Let's start this off with lie number 1, that area or location matters for how successful your business will be. Now, I mentor a barber who lives in a town of a population of 7,000 people. Main issue was that he just didn't think he could charge more than $30 for a haircut. He thought he needed to cut faster, cut more heads per day in order just to make more money. Now, we've been working with him for about 12 months, and we've helped him grow to be able to charge $75 in that same city today. Main point is that it doesn't matter about your location whatsoever. It's more about how you run the business at that location that matters the most. Because to be honest, there are barbers who live in LA who struggle to get booked out at $30 a haircut because they rely on old and outdated methods of scaling and growing their business. And I will always double down on this. As a barber, do not point the finger at your location. Point the finger at the business person, yourself, for not knowing how to run a better business. Let's move on to the lie number 2, that you need to cut for 10 plus years in order to be deemed successful in the barber industry. But like, what if you don't want to wait 10 plus years just to be considered successful? Fuck, I mean, like, what if you don't even want to cut hair that long? I mean, until that point, is this just all a waste of time of cutting hair? Now, another one of my clients, Joel, didn't want that. But he was stuck slowly growing his business, charging $60 a cut, making about $6K a month, and everybody around him was just telling him to, hey, stay consistent. Yet everyone that was telling him that was making around the same amount of money that he was. So why would he listen to advice from someone who's not even in the position that he wants to be in? So he decided to work with me in the Elevated Mentorship Program, and in 8 months, we took him from charging $60 a cut to $200, topping out about $29K per month in his business. Now, I want you to really understand this concept. Your growth has a direct relationship to your inputs. If you have the correct inputs, you get fast growth. Incorrect inputs, stagnated business. Think about it like this. If you take 2 plants, one you give it the perfect amount of sunlight and water daily, plant it in a big old pot with nutrient soil, while the other you just kind of leave in the fucking closet. You know, you might throw some tequila shots on it every 1 or 2 weeks, put it in like this overly small pot, and for soil you use cement mixer. Now just think, which one's gonna grow? And this is the same idea with business that barbers get mixed up all the fucking time. Every single barber has the ability to grow like Joel. Every single barber has the ability to grow like Joel did. Their business is like that second plant in the closet, neglected. And Joel's not an anomaly whatsoever. We've been able to repeat this growth in barbers like Fabio, who went from $50 a haircut to $100 in only 5 months. We took Tuff from 35 to 108 months. Greg, who went from 40 to 108 months. And we took Brian, who was in Memphis, Tennessee, from 25 to 75 in 90 days. Again, success leaves clues. Now, if you're interested in working with us and getting similar results in your business as a barber, you can apply to work with us in the links down below. All right, let's move on to lie number 3, which is barbering's a dead-end job. Parents, family, friends, they're all going to try and talk you out of doing barbering at first. Hell, they might even say there's really no money in cutting hair at all. The biggest challenge is when you find something you're not only good at, but enjoy doing, and you have everybody in your corner telling you this and kind of trying to persuade you to not go after this goal. It's lightweight a buzzkill. And I need you to understand this. Even though they might be coming from a place of love, they flat out just cannot see your vision that you have for your life. Because honestly, any job can be a dead-end job. But it's how you utilize the platform or utilize the job to propel you forward. And that is the major key. Now, for the majority of barbers who just stay cutting hair, making about $4K a month, sure, that's a dead-end job. But there are barbers who are scaling their business to $20K per month for the sole purpose for stacking up enough money to eventually buy big deals in real estate or maybe stocks or some type of investments years down the road. They have some type of vision for this. That's how you use barbering as a vehicle, not as a dead-end job. Look at guys like Vic Blends, Chris Basio, Jay Majors, Pacinos, all these guys who use barbering to propel them forward to the next business. In my eyes, it's a perfect business for a lot of individuals as a cash flow business, as the stepping stone for the next thing. Now let's dive into lie number 4, which is in order to charge more, you have to cut athletes and celebrities. The lie here is that only celebrities or athletes are willing to pay for higher price haircuts. Okay, like look, So let's say you do go that route, but you kind of forgot about one thing. Celebrities, athletes, and barbers are like hot girls on Instagram. Their DMs are just flooded with potential suitors, and honestly, they have no need for most. Why go after a market that's completely oversaturated and really you have a very slim chance of getting into when there is a complete wide open market of people who are not celebrities, who are not high income earners, who are more than willing to pay a higher price point on the haircut? When I was charging $150 a haircut, I cut 0 celebrities, 0 athletes. In fact, I said no to them overall because flat out, I knew that they would just treat you like their little bitch. I ain't playing that fucking game. And to be transparent, none of the clients that we work with in the Elevated Mentorship program are focused on getting athletes or celebrities into their business as a barber to charge high prices, because regular people are more than willing to pay for that price point if the business is set up properly. I mean, think about it like this. Celebrities and athletes are not the only ones who buy designer clothes or nice dinners. Lots of people who just have regular jobs enjoy the finer things in life. Now, what I'm not saying for all my barbers out there is that you can start charging $100 tomorrow and get a fully built out clientele. That is not going to happen in any world whatsoever. But when you build the business properly, like what we do for our clients, you will have more than enough overflow of regular day people wanting to pay $100 plus for just a haircut. Let's move on to line number 5, which is the only way to be successful as a barber is to eventually open and run a barbershop. Now, most barbers think that the only pathway they have for themselves after they get done cutting hair is eventually opening up a barbershop. Personally, that was the absolute last thing I ever wanted to do. There was no way in hell you would catch me trying to open a shop to manage barbers and babysit barbers, because to me, that just does not sound like fun at all. Plus, once I started getting the business model, it got very limiting on what I actually wanted to achieve in my life. Instead, what we found is that just focusing on running a barber business, even inside somebody else's shop, is so much more profitable and can also get you closer to the success that you eventually want, if that success is financial gain. You have less overhead, you have more simplicity, you'll get more income at a faster rate that will allow you to move forward to the next business venture that can get you to 7 figures. For this, I really want you to just think in vehicles, meaning barbering is a vehicle for the next thing, not building a shop to change things up or for ego-based reasons. In my personal opinion, if the goal is for financial gain, owning a shop might not be the best vehicle for that. And again, I'm talking in terms of maximizing profit. Again, there's a lot of startup costs. You're going to have to keep up with renovations and upkeep of the shop, repairs, finding, hiring, training barbers to run your shop. Again, all of this just to make an extra 2, maybe 6K profit on just one shop location is too much work with too little profits to make sense for me. Because instead, you could just focus on barbering, where you only have booth rent and you scale to 20K a month. Well, maybe taking home, around 18,000 that every single month, and able to stack that as long as you're not done with your money. Again, just think which is going to allow you to stack enough money to be able to move on to the next bigger business venture. 6K a month with so much work and overhead on top of your barbering business, or just a simple barbering business taking home 18K plus every single month. And again, I work with barbers inside the Elevated Mentorship program who tell me straight up, a lot of the barbers that work in their shop, and this is on commission-based shops, the barbers actually make more than the shop owner. And that's a cold, hard reality for a lot of barbershops in America. Again, just in my opinion, a barbershop is more of an ego-based reason more than a smart business move. There's too much complexity behind it to change my mind, to be quite honest, and that's why I never went that route. Are there some people who are successful with it? But I still do not believe for the amount of work you have to put into it for what you get back, it's worth it at all, in my opinion. Let's move on to line number 6, which is all the nonsense all these OG barbers say about how to grow business. Now, every single OG barber will tell you to focus on customer service, improve your haircut, come in early, stay late at the barbershop, add service or some type of value when you go up in your pricing, and somehow that's how you're going to make more money. However, when you put this into practice, sure, you'll get booked out, but you'll hit a limit on how much you can scale up with that, because this is literally what every barber hits prior to working with us. They hit that cap limit of the OG barber mentality and then want to work with us to get them past that point. Now, if you want to stay at making the same amount of income every single month, that's fine. Keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to maximize the business and make more, you got to listen to absolutely none of that moving forward. Again, think of it like this. Why should you listen to someone who's been cutting hair for 15 plus years, but only charging $10 more than you for a haircut and making the same amount of money every single month as you? Again, by no means is this bad advice for any barber who begins. In fact, I would even double down on that for anyone who's getting into barbering. But to grow to 20K a month or make more money, this is not what's going to work overall. For that, you got to focus on generating new higher paying clients into your business, because customer service has zero relationship to what you can charge for a haircut. Being more cheerful or a better person to your clients will not automatically get new clients booking with you all of a sudden in the business. Improving the haircut has zero relationship to getting new clients. I mean, you just don't see your haircuts improving, then all of a sudden new clients pouring through the door because of that. Again, staying late and coming in early does not affect whether a new client will convert in your business at a higher price point. Adding services or value every time you go up in prices does not get new clients to book with you. Everything will always boil back down to, can you generate more new clients at a higher price point at a faster rate? That's it.